Hello, welcome to Junior and Senior High Devotions. We're continuing right along with devotion lessons that follow the lectionary texts that we are listening to in our worship services. So today is the third Sunday after Epiphany, and we hear a story from the gospel telling us about Jesus calling his disciples. On our sheet with the reading, you can find it here. It's from Mark chapter 1, verses 14 to 20. You can read through that. Again, there's so many parts of these lessons. Pick and choose, lead yourself, guide yourself, take the opportunity to do that. But you could read through our text. Make sure you're doing that. This is about, again, Jesus calling disciples. And then there's a couple discussion questions here. Again, these are great if you want to just sit. If you have the PDF, which is in the description below, you can just pull it up and think about those questions. Maybe you keep a journal or something and you want to write the answers down to them. It's a great place to put something like this. Or on the computer, on your phone, write something down. There's 5 questions here. If 5 is too many, just pick 1 or 2 that look good to you. As always, there's a really cool coloring page included in our lessons as well. This features part of our verse. As Jesus went a little farther, he saw James, son of Zebedee, his brother John, who were in their boat, mending their nets. Immediately he called them, and they left their father Zebedee in the boat with the hired men and followed him. And so that is a great illustration there down at the bottom. The disciples followed Jesus, and we have that fish symbol there for Jesus. That's a really cool way to remember Jesus is making these people fishermen of people. So we fish for people. And so you can do that coloring page, reflect on that part of the verse. So many cool things, the boat, the different names. There's this really great image of calling even in there. So they're mending their nets, and there's an image of a needle there, calling. Again, the boat, the nets, the fish, and Jesus will have us fish for people. So just a really great lesson. One of the components we have for us today is called Following Jesus Journey. And this is a very devotional thing to do. You can see there's several steps involved, and I'm going to talk through those and then say our prayer before we say goodbye for today. But this is a thing where you're going to go around. This is an activity that you're going around to different places. You can identify what those places are for you, and then there's specific instructions within them. So let's take a look at what we're being asked to do today. It says start off in your favorite place. Get into a comfortable position. You'll see that as an instruction in each of our steps. You should be comfortable while you're doing your devotions and your prayers. Think about how you are connected to Jesus. Out loud or in your head, say this Bible verse: abide in me as I abide in you. Then you're going to go to a place where you work or learn, and again, get into the comfortable position and follow the instructions that follow there. Then move to a place where you eat and drink. And so you again get into that comfortable position. Think about how we are fed by Jesus and called to feed others. There's a Bible verse for you to look at there as well. And then go to a place where you pray. Get into that comfortable position and think about how Jesus made time to pray, and we can too. And then finally move to a place where you rest. Again, be comfortable and think about how often Jesus rested, and we can too. And so that's a wonderful little pathway that you could work throughout your house. Maybe it might lead you into your backyard to some of these different places, but these are special little movements, and they don't have to be big. You're not walking a mile in between each of these, but just changing space and seeing different things that might come to mind, different thoughts that are provoked by the Bible verses that are in these, and each of them, you might even just want to focus on just those words of those verses because they are prayers in and of themselves. So again, there's all these different parts of our lesson. It's up to you to pick and choose what you'd like to do. I hope you have a great time going through these. And let's say our prayer before we say goodbye. Let us pray. God of good news, you bring us out of the ordinary into the extraordinary. You call us to be a part of your work and share your love. Help us follow your lead and bring good news to all those around us. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hope you have a great week. We'll see you again soon.